Greetings, YouTube friends. It's Joyce from Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead, and today we're in the kitchen doing another ferment. This is an exciting one. I know a lot of you wonder about ways to preserve your eggs, and I know a lot of you do water glassing, but this is a fun way to preserve your eggs in a delicious way. I mean, not that, water glassing isn't delicious, but those are basically just being preserved to use raw. This is a way to preserve your hard-boiled eggs. Fermented hard-boiled eggs. I know, really? It's like, is there such a thing? There is. I know a lot of you probably love pickled eggs. This is right up there with pickled eggs, but it has those wonderful health qualities that we are all so interested in. So anyway, gut flora restores and balances bacteria in the gut, and that is what fermenting does. The reason we ferment is not only to preserve our food for a while, but it's also to heal what's going on inside our second brain, our gut. And it's so important to try to heal the gut and keep it healthy, because when our gut is healthy, our body is healthy. So when we ferment, we not only are bringing out all of the enzymes in the food, but it is also full of probiotics. I know that's a new term for a lot of people. What is probiotic? What is prebiotic? Probiotics are what restores gut health, and we all need probiotics. And I know they can be expensive, and you don't know whether you should get the ones on the shelf, that are in the refrigerator. This is a way to make your own. Okay, so it improves digestion. When the gut is working well, digestion works well. So what goes in comes out. A lot of times what comes in does not go out because it's not assimilating, it's not working properly. The gut has issues. So it also increases the vitamin content in your food, fermenting. It's simply amazing. I always love to give you a little bit of a science lesson behind why we do what we do. It's not just something to jump on the bandwagon and do unless you know why you're doing it. It also absorbs nutrients. So by fermenting, we're absorbing the nutrients from the food that we are fermenting. Simply amazing. Okay, so fermentation is actually a process that pre-digests and breaks down our food. So by fermenting and eating the fermented foods, we are actually, the process is pre-digesting and breaking down the food, and makes it easier to absorb and assimilate our nutrients, because a lot of times you'll hear that nothing's being absorbed, like you're taking vitamins for this, you're taking vitamins for that to help alleviate issues. But if the gut's not working properly, it's not assimilating, and those nutrients are not being absorbed into the body. So that is one of the top reasons why we all should start fermenting. Also, the fact that we are preserving our food, but number one should be for healing the gut and just helping our body out. So anyway, today we are going to ferment some eggs, and these are absolutely delicious. I love pickled eggs, I love fermented eggs, I love everything eggs. Eggs are super good for you. There's a reason why they always say the incredible edible egg. I know it got a bad rap for a long time because they say the cholesterol is too high. Nope, dare to differ. This is a superfood, and that is one of the reasons I think the Lord gave us chickens, because they lay one every day. If we weren't supposed to eat eggs, they may lay one once every 5 weeks or so, but they have eggs every day, so we are supposed to eat those. There's a reason why we get eggs every day. We are supposed to eat them. So anyway, these fermented eggs, I just filled a wide mouth jar because it just makes it easier. Filled it all the way up. I've got some little bantam eggs. This is one way to use up your little bantam eggs, because those are kind of hard to fry up because you get like a tiny little egg. But this is perfect because then the kiddos who want one of these can take a little egg out and have a snack. So anyway, I have eggs here. And so then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put in some onion, some garlic, some jalapeños, and then I'm going to top it off with my sea salt, my pink Himalayan salt. Okay, and this needs to sit on the counter for 3 to 5 days. Doesn't really need any longer than that, and then you'll put it in your cold storage. Okay, so once finished fermenting, I will put on a safe lid right here, stick it in cold storage, and then just, eat it whenever you feel like it. It will last a very long time. You can use duck eggs, quail eggs, chicken eggs, whatever eggs you have, you can use those. As long as they fit in here, you're good to go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take out a couple of them, and then I'm gonna put the onions and the garlic and kind of, smush those in there. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it differently. I'm going to, I just wanted to show you how the eggs fit in here. But the way I'm gonna do it is I'm going to layer the onions, the garlic, and that way it incorporates, and the jalapeños. So do a little bit like this. That way you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna start layering. I'm gonna put some more jalapeños. I've got onions here in the bottom. I'm making a mess. You know how that goes. You want to be all pretty, but you end up making quite a mess, which is okay. What's cooking without making a mess? It's no fun, right? Okay, so see how I'm layering? Look at that. My mouth is watering. It's so good. Okay, let's get the rest of these onions out of here. Get my big bowl out of the way. Okay. That made it so much easier. Otherwise it would have all been on the top, and which would have been okay, but it's kind of nice to kind of incorporate it. Okay. Now that I've got all this in there, I may not be able to fit quite as many eggs in there as I had in there, which is okay. See that? Oh my word. Yummy. And then the jalapeños on top of that. Okay. I think that's probably all that I will be able to get in there. But look at that. Jalapeños and onions. What's not to love about that? Oh my goodness. I love jalapeños and everything, as long as they're not too spicy. Because if they're too spicy, Mama can't do it. Okay, so this is 2 tablespoons of pink Himalayan salt. And I'm going to put that in there and see how much we can get in there. And it's a little different with ferments than it is with canning. You don't have to worry as much about cleaning the rim and going a little bit above the fill line here, the shoulder. It's okay, it'll be just fine. So now what I'm going to do, I think I may have put just a wee bit too much because I have to put my weight in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my weight in there, and I'm going to push it in there just enough to get the liquid above the ferment. Okay, maybe I need to take one out. I think I overfilled it, which is okay. It's not a problem. So I'm just going to kind of maneuver that in there a little bit and get the liquid above there. Do you see that? So my liquid has gone above, which is what you want. So that keeps everything down below. And if anything happens to go above it, like a few of the jalapeno seeds, it's okay to scoop that off. And so then I'm going to put my lid on there, and voila, guys, it is ready for me to leave on the counter for 3 to 5 days. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm wasn't able to put these other 3 eggs in there, but that's okay because we put in all the other things. I could put this on there, but it's not necessary because what I'm going to do is every day I'm going to just kind of burp it a little bit. And that is another way that you can ferment, or you can put your burping lid. Either one is perfectly fine. So I added the 2 tablespoons of salt. You can put more salt if you'd like, but the more salt you put in there, the longer it takes to ferment. So if you don't mind, you know, leaving it on the counter a little bit longer and adding more salt because you like them salty, that is something that you can do. So it all depends how salty you like your eggs. This is more going to be tangy with a bit of salt, but if you want them saltier, just add more salt. Not a problem. You can do that. Okay, so you want to slightly shake that around. I really don't need to because I kind of incorporated everything, so it's perfectly fine. Another way that you can do this is by adding whey. If you make your own yogurt and you have whey that is on the top of the yogurt and you don't know what to do with it, you can use that in your ferment. Or you can use a culture starter. I just always do it with the salt water and it works out every time. So it's up to you. If you have extra whey that you need to get rid of, you can use that in your ferments and it will just up the nutritional value amazingly. So another way that you can do your eggs is you can add basil and oregano and then your garlic. There are, you know, the options are endless. You can do whatever you want. You can add dill to them and let them sit out. But this was just a fun way to use up some eggs. We had a lot of bantam eggs from our chickens that our friends are watching for us. And I just needed a way to use them because they're smaller than regular eggs. And so if you can tell, there's quite a few of the little bantam eggs in there, which look so cute. But that's just another way that you can do a ferment. And it's a yummy ferment for those that may be beginning and are scared of like sauerkraut and all these veggies. This is a fun way to just start. Some hard-boiled eggs, some salt water, some onions and garlic and jalapeños, and you are good to go. 2-3 days, you're going to be able to eat those and then stick them in cold storage and then snack on them as you feel the need to. But anyway, guys, this was another little quick ferment that I wanted to bring to you from our house to yours. Fermenting is really starting to make a comeback, and I love it. I love the fact that so many of you have commented on our last fermenting video and just wanting to start. It is so exciting to me that you all want to think about, you know, preserving in a way that keeps the nutrients in food and trying to help the gut out and just doing what you can for your family. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end for now. Give this a try. Let me know what you think. If you have done this before and done it differently, let me know. I'm always up to learning something new. And let me know about your recipes, because I'd love to know if there's others that we too can try. Maybe a pizza egg, you know, with the pizza spices. That would be fun too. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end for now. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when we have another video. Give us a thumbs up and let us know that you're enjoying our videos. Until next time, guys, God bless you.